Dear students, in this video we are going to start the discussion on measures of dispersion. Previously we have discussed about the measures of central tendency. The objective of the central tendency is to identify the central position of a given data. Through this measures of dispersion, we are going to find out the degree to which the numerical data tend to spread about the average value. That means the data is how much deviated from the central value of the data set. So that is what we mean by measures of dispersion. This dispersion of data from this central value can be calculated using the following measures. One is range, mean deviation, standard deviation, and quartile deviation. Okay, like we had a mean, median, mode for measures of central tendency. Here we have four measures for dispersion. First, let us start the discussion on range. Range is the difference between the greatest and the least of the values of the distribution. That means if you are given a set of values, the range can be calculated by deducting the lowest value in the data from the highest value in the data. Here I have given a simple formula to calculate the range. Range is equal to maximum value minus minimum value in the given set of data, which is the maximum value minus minimum value, you will get the range. So that is the range in between all the values are occurred. Okay, so in a given data set. Here example for the calculation of range is given. If the marks of 5 students are 45, 92, 26, 81 and 72. So these are all the marks obtained by 5 students. How to calculate the range for the given data? So in this given data, maximum value is 92. So maximum value minus minimum value among this 5 are 26. So 92 minus 26, the range is 66. So it is very simple to calculate the range. From the given set of values, identify the maximum value minus the minimum value, you will get the range. Okay, it's very simple one. Okay. Next measure is mean deviation. Mean is average. Okay, so mean deviation, it is the arithmetic mean of the absolute values of deviations of observations from the mean. So you have to calculate the mean value for the given set of data. From the mean value, each data is how much it is deviated. For example, if a x bar is a mean value, then the difference between the individual x value minus x bar. Okay, so the absolute values of deviations of observations from the mean, x I minus x is any x value minus x bar. So difference, sometimes the difference you will get in a negative value. For example, 3 minus 5 is equal to minus 2. In that case, this modulus, okay, or you can call the absolute values of xi minus x bar. That means you have to take only the value, not the sign, whether it is negative or positive. You have to take it as a positive value. Minus 2 means you have to take it as a plus 2. Even if you get minus value, you have to take it as a positive value. Okay, so that is what it means. Absolute value means you have to, even if you get negative value, you have to consider this as a positive value. Okay, so the mean deviation for the raw data, simple set of observations are given. You can calculate using this formula, 1 by n. N is the number of observations in the given data into summation of absolute values of the difference between xi minus x bar. X bar is the mean value, xi is the individual x value. Okay, this is the very simple formula. Now we will see one example for the calculation of mean deviation. Find the mean deviation from the mean for the numbers 8, 10, 11, 12, 8, 4, 2. So these are all the given values. It's a very simple data, raw data. Okay, so I have taken it as xi, x1, x2, x3, x4, x5, x6, x7. 7 values are given. So x values are taken. Okay, so the summation of this x value is 53. Okay, you have to take the calculate the mean value, average value for this, because we need mean value to identify the difference. So only we are given only x value. So calculate first x bar. X bar is summation of xi divided by n. Summation of x is summation of all this value, you will get 53. So 53 divided by number of observation is 7. So x bar mean value is 7.57. This is the mean value. Now you have to calculate the absolute values of xi minus x bar. Xi is here given. X bar is 7.57. Now you have to calculate x minus x bar, absolute values of xi minus x bar for each x value. So that means 8 minus 7.57, 0.43. 10 minus 7.57, 2.43. 9 minus 7.57, 1.43. 12 minus 7.57, 4.43. 4 minus 7.57 minus 3.57. 4 minus 7.57, you will get minus 3.57, but you have to take it as only a positive value. So you can neglect the negative symbol, you take it as 3.57. 8 minus 7.57, it's 0.43. 2 minus 7.57, you will get minus 5.57. So you can omit the negative value, take it only positive. That is what mean by absolute value, 5.57. So summation of xi minus x bar is equal to 18.29. Mean deviation formula is 1 by n into summation of absolute values of xi minus x bar. The summation of absolute values of xi minus x bar is 18.29 divided by n. N is 7. Number of observation is 2.7. So mean deviation is 2.61, and an average, all the values are having 2.67 deviation from the mean value. That is what we mean by mean deviation. Okay, so this is one example. Next we will see another example for the continuous data. Find the mean deviation from the mean for the following data. Marks, class intervals are given, number of students, that is frequency is given. Okay, in a continuous class interval is given, you have to take x value, mid value of the class as a x value. That is we have previously discussed. Here 5, 15, 25, 35, 45, 55. So x values, f values. First you have to calculate the mean average value, x bar. Mean is sigma fx divided by sigma f. So we already studied one formula. Okay, sigma fx, if a frequency and x values are given, the formula is sigma fx divided by sigma f. Sigma f into x, if you calculate, you will get 1670 divided by sigma f, summation of this f value is 50. So you will get mean value 33.4. Okay, mean value calculated. Then you have to calculate the absolute values of x minus x bar. Okay, x is 5 minus x bar is 33.4. So 28.4, like that. X minus x bar value you have to calculate for each. Okay, so this each value. Then f into x absolute values of x minus x bar. Okay, so f is f, this value multiplied by this x minus x bar value. So multiply 6 into 28.4, 170.4, 5 into 18.4, 92, 8 into 8.4, 60. Like that you have to calculate f into frequency into this x minus x bar. You will get this. Okay, formula for mean deviation for continuous data is 1 divided by capital N into summation of f into absolute values of x minus x bar. F is frequency, this f into x minus x bar. Capital N is total frequency. Capital N is total frequency. Small n is number of observation. Capital N is total frequency. Okay, here the total n, if you add all this value is 50 you will get. Okay, and summation of f into x minus x bar, here if you add all this value you will get summation of f into x minus x bar, this is 659.2. so 659.2 divided by 50, you will get mean deviation 13.184. so this is how you have to calculate for continuous frequency distribution. The formula is 1 divided by capital N into summation of f into x minus x bar. First you calculate x bar value. Okay, then calculate x minus x bar, then calculate f into x minus x bar, then calculate the summation of value, summation of f into x bar, and n is total number of frequencies. Substitute these values, you will get the mean deviation for the given frequency distribution. Okay, so that's all about range and mean deviation. In the next video we will discuss about how to calculate standard deviation. Thank you.